Right, well, as you can see, I've just arrived at camp. I've got the two girls down here with us as well. Wasn't expecting any rain, and as soon as I've got into Durham, it's just went total dark and grey and pouring down with rain. So it looks like the girls are going to get a bit wet and a bit muddy today, but I've got a cunning plan. I've brought a basin down with us, a flannel and some towels to give them a wash and that later on before we get back in the vehicle and head off home. We're going to come down today, and obviously with it raining, it gives us an ideal opportunity to see if my roof's held up and if it's leaking or not. If it hasn't, what I'm going to do is, I've got another tarp with us. I'm going to use that as a door for now until I make a proper wooden one, and I've got the canvas tarp on the door that's going to be big enough to cover the whole of the area from the top end of the roof down all the way down to the bottom end, and I'll be able to put me fire thing through there, no problem whatsoever. So that'll solve that problem. So I'll get myself sorted, get the girls out into the camp, and once I get myself set up and sorted, I'll take you for a little tour around and see how things have held up over the last week. All right, so it's going to be back down again, and hopefully the rain's not going to be on all day. It's going to get to about 10 degrees, I think, and bright. Getting colder on the night times throughout the week, apparently, on the weather. But it's getting cold anyway. Winter's here. So stop waffling. See you in a bit. Right then, so here we are. We're in the shelter. And as you can see, as I thought, it's leaking up the top end here. You can see all the water in here. Alright. So what I'm going to have to do is, it's absolutely drenched down here. You can see where it's all come in. So that little thing that I'd done didn't work at all. Alright, so just as well I've come down this week, because by next week it would have been totally like trashed in here. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this roll of canvas here. Now that'll fit from this edge, which I've got another top going over the top, so I can fit that on, and that'll go down past that and it'll cause a big square there. All right, and then what I can do is I'll just take this ring off here again. All right, disconnect all the fire and everything, and then hopefully everything should be hunky-dunky-dory. Obviously it's a bit wet in other parts of the shelter as well. Mitzi's barking at something, I don't know what it is. Anybody else in the woods like. But anyway, I'm going to crack on and see what I can get done. Right, so as you can see, it's held up quite well. I taped all this up and everything, but I just don't know how the water's getting through. So I think it might be just pooling here and then circling through somehow. But as you can see, all the mud that I put on, it's done now. Like, it's just caused a big gap. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to just pry all that off here. I've unscrewed the screws inside. So now what I'm going to do, without getting so what I've got to do now is I'm going to have to try and take this off. So I think the best bet is just to rip all this side. See, that's what's happening. It's not even stuck. See, it's all just come off because it's just not black and nasty. So what I've done is I've took all the bolts off these. I don't know if you can see. I'll point the camera down a bit. See if it's going down. So anyway, what I've done is I've took all the bolts out from the inside. So all I'm going to do now is take me nuts out. I'll put them in. That didn't sound right, did it? I'll put them in my pocket so I don't lose them. And then what I need to do is see. Oh, camera's gone. Sorry about that. Right, camera fell over. So as you can see, I've took the chimney out. All right. So that's that sorted. Now the canvas, what it'll do is, as you can see where the top's overhanging at the top, what I'm going to do is I'll put the canvas top so it goes underneath that. This will fasten onto the canvas top properly, and that'll go down. That'll cause a full seal coming all the way down the roof, if you get what I say. And then it'll not be having any hole there at all. It might be at the sides, like, so I might need to think about doing something about that. But other than that, we'll just see how it goes. And then if needs be, I'll just have to buy a brand new top to put on, and try and get like a big canvas top to put on the roof. But other than that, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to crack on. Right then, so you can see I've got all the hole open again. All right, I've took the board off that I had on. All right, now what I'm going to do now is I've attached this to the canvas. All right, so that's nice and tight there and taut. All right, that's that there. So all I need to do now is obviously turn it back that way and then cut all that circle out inside of there. All right, so basically what I'll do is I'll pause you for now and I'll bring this back in a bit. Right, so that's that all cut off now. So what I need to do now is I need to take it back up onto the roof, cover that up and somehow waterproof it. I don't know if it's going to work, to be quite honest, but I think it'll be better than what it was. But yeah, we'll have to see. Okie dokie. Right, so that's on roof, and I'll bring this back. And it's a muddy day today, mind. But never mind, me waffling. Right, so I've got it all fitted back up. I've put the fire on. Obviously the girls are just lying in the beds. I think I might make another bunk above there, you know, so the dogs can lie underneath me when I'm in, and then just make another one about from this height. Just add some wood there and some slats down over, and then across beams like I did with this bit, and then that would be an ideal place for the dogs to lie, and then me for to sleep. But anyway, I've got this on. What I've done is I've put some wedges up on the slats here just to raise the roof up off the up a bit, so it gives it a bit of a slope so the rain doesn't come straight in and through. I'll take you around the outer side and show you. Obviously the girls will probably follow us, like, because they're like little lost sheep at the minute, but hopefully they'll stay in there where it's nice and warm and dry and I can get their jackets off them, you see. So, and anyway, as you can see, it's all getting flooded here. This is one of the problems we have down with Camp Bob, but it's away from mine. And anyway, right, so what I've done is, as you can see, there's a lot of steam coming off the roof because obviously it's wet underneath, so it's all drying out. So hopefully that'll all dissipate, if that's the correct word. So what I've done is I've raised it up a bit, but I'm a bit uncomfortable with the fact that it's got gaps here. Like, it doesn't go all the way across my roof. So my worry is that the water's going to gather there, and anyway it's going to come through and come in somehow. But the whole lot's raised, even the crappy top that's on the top. So what I think I'll do is I'll try and get myself a big massive canvas top to cover the whole of the roof and then redo it all again. I think that's my only other option really, because the chimney's staying there where it is, the fire's staying there. I'm not, if I take this off here now, I'm going to have to buy another top to put on the roof in any weight, and then I'm going to have to buy other extensions to take it across over and then out and then up, if you get me drift. Alright, so I've got this light on this, yeah, I don't know why. I've just put it on when I'm inside my screen. I've got mud everywhere. But anyway, that's it so far. Obviously the black and nasty tape wasn't sticking at all on this bit, so I took that off. So I'll throw that down there and put that in the bin. I'll just have to see what it's like when I come back the next time. But as you can see, all of the steam and that's coming off. These bits of string will keep it down a bit. I've got to tie this one back on. Oh, yeah, waffling on her. See you in a bit. Right, little job that I need to do the day is I'm going to walk around camp having a look for things like this where we've got pathways. Obviously we don't want this all building up and then swamping the whole of this area out. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take a little channel through that one, and then through that one, and then through this one here. I've just had to do one up next to mine and another one across there. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then it'll help this water all run free. And then I'll bring you back later on. By the time I walk around camp, I'll do a double take of everywhere I've been. Alright, so another job to do, yeah. Oh, the joys of having a wood. The joy. Right, and I get to check everybody's places out as well, make sure they're all sound as a pound as well. Alright, catch us in a bit. Right, as you can see, the water's flowing really nicely. Alright, lovely jubbly. Now that'll fill up, then I'll need to dig another one at the other side. Alright, that gets it away from all this area as well. And then this one's running nice and slowly. I need a little bit more dug up down the bottom there. So we'll just get rid of these bits here. Well, that's chocolate blocking anyway at that. So down to the next one. As you can see, obviously, like I've said before, we're in a young pine wood, and it's got all these little gullies everywhere. Alright, and it's we're quite high up, so obviously the water table's quite high up as well, so we do suffer with a bit of flooding. So as you can see here, it's already starting to go over the top of the path. So I might as well get rid of this spear, because this spear keeps on bending. It's an old crappy thing from my house. I'll go over to where we keep the stuff and get another one, and then I'll bring this back in a bit. Yeah, look at that, man. Got me own little waterfall. Quick little slit trench. Get all the water out of that part, down to this pit, and then that'll follow all the way down and hopefully out of the bottom of camp. It stinks and all like stagnant water, man. Oh. Right, I've got a better spade now, because that's crap that's gonna hit the guy in the bin. This ditch needs dug a little bit more. So here you get cracking, like here you get cracking. Well, as you can see, it's been pouring down with rain for quite a while now. I've been and done all the trenches and things, all the slip trenches around everybody's areas, and that's all sorted. I've got my light on this, and it's bloody blinding us, like. But anyway, because it's been pouring down with rain, it's an ideal opportunity for me to stay around and see if this part of the roof is working. And so far, so good. I've got no water coming through whatsoever. Obviously, I've made it into a bit of like an apex on the part there. I had the burner going for quite a while. The only bit of water I can see is, look, it's coming in through the tube. So I need to get some of that black material I had and wrap that around there. Obviously, you can see there's a slight little gap just up there, and that's where water's coming in. But I'm not going to worry too much about that, to be quite honest. That's just a little dribble in it, which is going to be acceptable off the pipe. Obviously, it must be getting in the top of the pipe. Oh, look, there you go, and look, it's getting into the actual pipe itself. So I need to get something on the top of there, like, to stop that. So I'll wrap it with something before I go, like a plastic bag, and put some tape around it. So I'm talking to the wall, aren't I? Right, let's turn that light off. Right, so in any rate, that's what I need to do. That's where a majority of the water must be coming through now. I can see it coming down the pipe. So I need to get some foil around there and tape it on just until I come back with the proper. I'll get it like a big tin or something to put over the top of it and make like a spark arrestor, and also to stop the water coming in. Right, I feel myself waffling now, so I'm just going to crack on with jobs around the shelter. What I've done is I've put, it's a bit dark, isn't it? Let's put this on. Right, so what I've done is I've brought a big grey tarp down, and it covers the whole of that door and a bit extra. So all I've done is it's going to come down in front of there for the time being when I'm away, and just tie it up here so I've got access in and out. Girls are down on the bed, look. Snug as a bug in a rug they are. So it's not cold in here, like, it's quite warm in here. I've never put any wood in this for quite a while now, and it's still warm to touch. It's not scorching like, but it's warm to touch. So I'm going to have a look inside and see what these bricks, obviously I've just tied that bit of rubbish in. You can see it's still generating heat, like it's still got red ash and all that in it, but aye, them bricks I put in, which are these ones here, they're proper fire bricks, and they are absolutely scorching hot, like, so that means it's going to retain the heat lovely. Obviously as everything falls through, the heat's going on there. Right, so in any rate, stop waffling Jimmy, let's get on with it. Right, so that's another task done. The fire cement. Obviously I forgot to bring my plunger gun, so I've had to just adapt by pushing some wood into it. That bit of wood was up on my chest, and I push it onto it so it doesn't hurt us. A pair of gloves obviously to keep your hands clean, because there's some nasty stuff getting off. As you can see, I've went all the way around the edges, all the way down there as well. Alright, to be honest, I was going to try and seal that up, but as soon as you touch up here, water just comes in, because obviously I'm getting water coming through into me chimney part. Alright, so that's it, that's all sealed. So obviously I'll not be putting the stove on now. If I want to cook anything, I'm just going to use my little gas burner, because I need to let that set and dry naturally without any excessive heat. It's not cold in any way. It's obviously it's still pouring down with rain. I've still had no bother. Sorry, I'm just spinning it around so the light will hit off the camera. I've had no more water coming through the roof part. It's just coming from the inside of the chimney, which is not a problem. What I'll do is I'll take some foil up when the rain stops, get it all dried off, and put it over the top, masking tape it around, and just leave that until I come down with the proper chimney pot to put on it that I'll make myself. Alright, so anyway, it's warm considering, but I am busy as well, but it's getting wet. As you can see, the water's even starting to get up on here now. Alright, but the water's still flowing down there nicely away from mine and Mickey's area, and all the rest of the lads' areas I've done as well. So as you can see, it's stopped flowing a bit there, like, but it's still going. I can still see it moving slightly, but obviously that needs a channel dug out of it as well, but not yet. What I'm going to do now, because it's raining and I can't put a stove on, I'm just going to muck around inside my shelter, get it all tied up, everything squared away, put away. Then I'm going to start slicing and dicing some bits of wood ready for me next visit. Hopefully get a night out next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be stopping here though, or going out with my mate Rooney somewhere. in the tents or a hammock camp somewhere. All depends if my shifts don't clash with him, and my want to get away don't clash with the wife's shifts as well. And then at the end of the month I'll be down here. We've got a North East Bushcraft meet on the 29th and 30th. So that's going to be a good weekend. Hopefully the rain will stay away, but it is what it is, isn't it? Right, starting to go into waffle mode, so anyway, see you in a bit. Right, it's 4 o'clock, so I'm going to give the dogs something to eat, and I've got a sausage and something else, sausage and bacon pasta thing in there for myself. There's no point in us going home just yet. Turn that down a bit. There's no point in us going home just yet. Like, I'll just hit all the rush hour anyway, so I might as well wait about 6 o'clock. And I'm just plodding on, doing different little things. It's been sorting all my storage out, my wood storage out, and that one out there. Just getting a few bits. John cut these for us last week. Actually ideal for chopping all the little bits of wood up on. Mitzi's you got to get our food, haven't you, pet? Shall I give you your food while I talk to these lot? There. There you go. There you go, girls. So I'd say I'm getting another feed. Oh, the washing sponge on the floor. Aye, so it's coming on. That's all starting to seal nicely. I'm not going to touch it like this, it'll probably still be soft. I've had it's been pouring down with rain on and off all day today, and I went up on the ladders to check the roof, and it had a little pool of water going up there. So what I've done is I've put a plank of, like a heavy plank of wood up on the roof there, and what it's done is it's pulling it down and it's making the water come round to the side of that and funnel off. So that's happy days. I've got a bit of foil up the top on there ready to put on before I go. I didn't put it on because I still had a few embers in there and I didn't want smoke coming into the shelter with the dogs in. So I've just been going through all my bits and pieces and all that, like. So as you can see, it's starting to get a bit darker now out here. Yeah, still a little bit of rain, but not too bad. I've been doing all the ditches as well all over camp, just making sure all the water's thrown away from everybody's areas. So everybody does it when we come down anyway. So I'm gonna have this food. Looks like my gas might be running out. I might have to change that over. But anyway, I'm gonna get my food, get myself a drink, start packing my stuff up, get tied up and that, and get everything set inside my shelter ready for when I come down next. Alright, I think I've waffled enough on here. Right then, as you can see, it's pitch black. It's 5 o'clock at night. All shut up, ready to go. Packed away everything. Girls are eager to get back now. How are then? got me bag here, while me rubbish in. Bottle of lukewarm water to wash the girls. I've got a bowl and everything in the vehicle, all the towels and flannels and bits and pieces. So anyway, I'll turn my head torch off. Actually, I'll not. I'll just talk to you like this. Aye, so, oh, that's too bright, that kind of talk and walk. Right, as you can see, I'm back in the vehicle. All the gates and that are locked. I've got about a 45-minute window I drive, all depending on traffic, because it's 5 o'clock at night, so I might hit loads of traffic on the way past Durham and that onto the A1. And anyway, it's been a productive day. I'm glad I come down, got the roof sorted. It's been pouring down all day, no rain's going through it, so fingers crossed. If you're not a subscriber and you like what you see on the videos, go and check out some other ones where I do camps and all that. And if you like them, please hit that subscribe button. There's a little bell on the side there as well. If you hit that, it'll notify you of any videos that I upload. Hopefully I'm going to be out next week camping somewhere. I'm not sure if it's going to be here or somewhere up in Northumberland in the hills or in a woodland. I'm not 100% yet. So just watch this space, and thanks a lot everybody for watching, and to all my subscribers, thank you for your continuous support. Hopefully a lot more adventures to come soon. Alright, so just stay tuned. Cheers, and see you on the next one.